Welcome to step 3 of the 4 steps to market domination. Step 3 is where we create emails and campaigns and start automating business processes. This is where we really start to turn up to the dial and automate the growth of your business. The first thing to get right at this step is writing down what are the processes in your business that really matter. And then let's create some emails that are going to support your customers as they move through those processes. Help educate them, answer the questions that they're likely to have. And most importantly, let's create some emails that are going to bring new leads to your sales team. In order to do that, identify the things that you do for your customers that solve problems in their world. What are the problems they're suffering from right now, the pains in their world that you can help them with? Each email can focus on one of those pains. So it's pretty simple. The email just says, "Hi, Mr. Customer, do you have this problem? If so, I thought you might find this useful." And you link to a blog article or a video or even something on a trade association's website. Doesn't matter. The point is, what you're doing is positioning yourself as an expert that's willing to provide helpful, useful information without asking for the order. And, oh, by the way, what you've just done by sending that email to your potential customer is you've let them self-identify. The ones that are clicking are raising their hands and saying, "Hey, guess what? I have a problem that you can solve. You should probably call me." That's all there is to it. We're going to create a few emails like that. We're going to put them together in an ongoing campaign, and then we're going to automate it so that every customer that comes in from that industry goes on that campaign, and every customer that comes in from that industry goes on that campaign. And your salespeople just call the people that are raising their hands. That's all there is to it.
Welcome to step 3 of our 4 steps to market domination onboarding video series. Hey, you're halfway there, and now we're getting to the part that's going to enable you to reach out to thousands of potential customers automatically. You want to create ongoing email series just like you're seeing here. Every 7 days, these customers are going to get an email message from you completely automatically. You don't have to wake up every 7 days and remember to do it. It just happens automatically. And it's targeted to the right segment at the right time, based on the organization of customers that you worked on in step 2. That's what we're going to create. The hardest part about it is deciding what to put in the email. Once you've done that, doing it in SalesNexus is super easy. Download the 4 steps to market domination guide, because in there's a worksheet that makes writing that first email super, super easy. Here's a quick primer though. Basically, you want to decide what are the pains that you solve for your customers? What are their challenges that you help them with? Write those things down, and you're going to create an email for every one of those pains. And it's going to look something like this. So this is an email targeting a dealer for this manufacturer of custom firearms. And you see it opens up with the question about the pain. Are you struggling to make a profit on your current inventory? That's a pain that Nighthawk solves for dealers that they work with. They help them make more money with the inventory that they've invested in, right? So that's how your email works. Hey, Mr. Customer, do you have this problem? If so, I've got an answer for you. That's all there is to it. Again, download the 4 steps to market domination guide. That's going to help you write your own emails. Once you've written what you want to say in it, making it look great like this is super easy. So let's look at how we do that. When you get into SalesNexus, first you're going to go to Settings, and you want to go to your company profile, and that's where you're going to fill out all of the information about your company, address, phone number, etc. Put in links to your social sites that you want to feature in your emails, and upload your logo. And you see what happens here. When you upload your logo, the system recognizes the colors in your logo, and it gives you a nice little color palette to work with that matches your logo, right? So if I want to make this email look a little bolder, I can darken those colors, but they still match with the logo. I'm going to go with a little lighter color of gray, and you see how that works. And you hit save, and then go back up to the top and go to campaigns and create email template. And here we've got some pre-written, pre-designed sales templates you can start with for things like, I'm requesting an appointment with this customer. Here's a follow-up to somebody who downloaded, say, a white paper on our website or something like that, and a few other things. You can use these templates as is. You can change the text a little bit. You can change the images, however you want to take advantage of those. We've also got several emails for different holidays and things like that that you can take advantage of. And then over here under branded, you see how the system works. It's taken that layout that we did in the company profile, and now we can use it in different formats. Here's one that's got a little bit of text and then a nice little button call to action. Here's one where I can have some text on one side and something else on the right side, or 3 columns. What I'm going to do is just do a simple text-based email, and I'm going to give it a name here and double click on the template or the layout that I want to use, and I'll click here in the middle and it pops up the little text editor for me. And maybe I want to left justify that, and then up here at the top, this is where I pick my mail merge fields. So I probably want to start with their first name. So I'm going to find that field right here and click it, and it puts in the mail merge code for me. And then I say, are maintenance costs on your construction equipment killing your business? If I sell maintenance programs for construction equipment, that's a pretty good opening line, right? If so, we thought you'd find our guide, 5 ways to reduce maintenance costs, helpful. And then add a little more text, whatever you want to add there, and then you sign off with your signature. But here, that's an important little distinction. We're going to mail merge the signature in too. And that's because we want to let everybody on the team take advantage of these templates that we create without having to create different templates for every sales rep, for instance, right? So now the system is going to mail merge in the customer's first name and the sales rep's name and phone number. Or if I want, it can say, our maintenance costs on your construction equipment killing, and then maybe I want to mail merge in the actual company name, right? So it's even more personalized. So killing company X's profits. That's a little stronger, right? And then here, I'm going to link the name of my content or article to my blog or my landing page or whatever the link is. But that's all there is to it. Could be a blog post, could be something on an industry website, could be a video on YouTube. Doesn't matter, because what this does for you is it lets you identify customers that have a need you can help with, right? So you've got a big list of potential customers, thousands and thousands of people. You don't have time to call them all. You're going to create an email like this, and you're going to send it out, and a small percentage will click on it, but the ones that do, man, you want to talk to them, right? They're saying, I got a problem with maintenance costs on my construction equipment, and you sell a product that helps with that. That's somebody you want to talk to. So I hit apply text, and now that text is in my template. And if I want, I can add more images and make it look great. But hey, don't get distracted with all that. If you're just starting out with this kind of email marketing, keep it simple. Focus on what's the problem that you solve for your customers and how can you offer something to them that's helpful and educational to them and helps you identify that they have that problem, right? That's it. So once you've created your template, I can go over here and I can say copy template. So if I just want to create one that's just like it, but with a slightly different wording and a different link to a different article or something like that, that's easy. Just go over here and say copy template. Or I can go back to campaigns and create email template again and pick one of my different layouts. Once you've created all the emails you want, now we're going to create a campaign. One other quick tip is for sales follow-ups. That's a great way to help salespeople get started using the system and see some immediate value. They're probably writing emails to customers all day, every day. Have them go through their sent folder and figure out the kinds of emails that they send the most often. And have them all submit their best ones. And pick a few of those and go ahead and create templates for those as well, so that when they're done with a conversation with a customer, they can just send them right out without having to type them every time, right? Now, campaigns, create campaign. We give the campaign a name. And down here, we just start adding events into the campaign. So if the first thing's an email, I just hit add. And here I put in my subject line. And I choose the email template that we just created. And I hit save. So now I've got a single email campaign. And that's great. I could send that out now to thousands of people. That's all we have to do. Or we can add more events to the sequence, right? So now maybe I want to email them again. And maybe that should go, 3 days later after the first email. And maybe I have a different email that I've created that's along the same lines. Save that. And so on and so on. I can add as many events into this process as I need to. And it doesn't have to be all emails. Maybe I want to now call them. So if I've, maybe this is a very select group of existing customers that aren't subscribing to our maintenance contracts. So I want to email them a couple of times, but then also call them. So I put here in the regarding what the call's about, so my salespeople know exactly why they're calling. They don't have to do a lot of reading or thinking about it. And maybe that's going to happen on the 7th day of the campaign. And so on and so on. Add more emails, add more calls, add tasks, however you want to do that. Now, I'm done. I could save the campaign. But there's a couple of little details I want to make sure and show you here. Number one, each task or email or call can be assigned to a specific user on your team. So if there's somebody in particular you want the emails to come from, you pick their name here. Or if you choose Contacts Record Manager, the system will automatically figure out who the sales rep is for that customer and send the email from them. Salespeople love that. Or you can just say current user, which means whoever schedules the campaign, it'll be sent from them. So if we're using it for a sales team, let's use Contacts Record Manager, and let's turn on click notifications. That means that sales rep is going to be alerted when that customer clicks on that email. So let's do the same thing for the second email. I generally don't turn on the open notifications because you're going to get a lot of those, and that's not as strong a signal. If you think about it, when somebody opens an email, they're just looking at it to see if they care, right? They might just hit delete before they really read it. But if they read it and then click to go to your website or download something or watch your video, that's a much stronger signal, and those are the ones you really want to pounce on. And then I'm going to change this call and make that also Contacts Record Manager. So now everything's automatically going to get assigned to the right sales rep. So I save that campaign, and then I go and I pull up my list. So remember, in step 2, we created fields so we can organize customers. So now I can pull up customers by type of customer, which is one of the fields we created in step 2. So all my heavy construction customers, I can pull them up with one click. There's 39 people. I say, make this my lookup. That's saying, take that, that's the list I want, take it and make it the working list in the system. And right here, I have add to campaign. So I click there, and then I select my campaign that we just created. There it is, construction equipment maintenance. And you see right here, it says lookup 39. So I can say, all right, I want to start that campaign next Tuesday at 8 a.m. And I hit add to campaign, and it's scheduling it for all 39 of those people. Totally set it and forget it. Each one of them getting a personalized email with their unique information, their first name, their company name, and their sales reps information automatically. You don't have to do anything else. And this doesn't have to be just 39 people. This could be 3,900 or 39,000. That's just a matter of how big your list is. The process is exactly the same. So now you get the idea. You can scale things up very big, very fast. And all you've got to do is create a couple of simple emails like that. So again, download the 4 Steps to Market Domination Guide. There's a worksheet that will help you create those first emails and make sure they get results. Now, once you've done that, you can automate all of this. You go up here to the X menu and you say Automation Plans, and we're just going to create a new plan. And let's say that I have a form on my website, and it asks them for their phone number and email, but it also asks them, are they in heavy construction or landscaping, and so on, right? And I have different campaigns that I want to use to follow up with those people depending on which industry they're in. And I want them to be assigned to different salespeople and so on, right? So I say, if it's a new contact and the field type of customer, one of our custom fields that we created in step 2 is landscape contractor, then automatically put them on this campaign or any process. Emails, calls, everything. Save that, and boom. Now, anytime a new contact is added that's a landscape contractor, they automatically get scheduled for all those emails and calls. We can create as many of these plans as we need. And they're all based on your custom fields, the way you organize your business, your way of going to market. All right. Next up is step 4, the last step in the 4 steps to market domination process. The name of that video is step 4.